And welcome to another edition of A Shave and a Song, a show all about shaving with a straight razor while listening to some great music while we do it. How you doing, everyone? Hope you're having a great end of the week, beginning of the week, however you see this day. Take a breath, get ready to go. We're going to do some shaving today, and as promised, listen to some good music. Going to be shaving with my Dovo. This is a best quality 6/8. And as you all know by now, I've wore it out, rescaled with some zebra wood scales. Here's one I haven't shaved with for a while, I don't think. It's the Proraso Red. Proraso Red. I think it's kind of a sandalwood. And so I'm going to finish it off with some The Art of Shaving sandalwood balm, I guess it is. Not an aftershave, it's a balm. Aftershave balm, I guess. And then, as always, some Clubman Pinuad. It's one of my favorite ways to start out. So, all right, let's build up some lather, shall we? So today I'm featuring an artist that I think just about everyone is familiar with in some way, shape, or form. And I'm just going to get right to it because it's already in the description when you click on the thing anyway, the link. Joni Mitchell is who I'm going to be playing today. And now Joni Mitchell has had a brilliant career. She's a Canadian singer-songwriter. This really just goes to town. I love Proraso. It just doesn't mess around. It just goes. So she's a singer-songwriter, has had a brilliant career that has spanned many decades. And her genre also is one that is not limited to just one style. She breaks out of her comfort zone, or maybe what we tend to lock her in, and into many areas. You know, I think most people might consider her a folk artist, but she does more than just folk music. You know, she's done pop, she's done jazz, she's done rock. Just very, very talented. She's considered one of the most influential female artists in the 20th century. And not just by critics. Other artists recognize her talent as well and have invited her to either perform with them live or also record with them on their albums, or even solicit her to write music for them. Let's wet the face down and get ready for some shaving, shall we? She's played with a slew of people, and some of which include Neil Young, Crosby, Stills and Nash, both as a group but also as individual artists. Thomas Dolby. She performed with Roger Waters as he was touring with the show The Wall. She had one of the songs, she sang Blue Sky. One of my favorite renditions of that. She's performed with Peter Gabriel, Tom Petty, Billy Idol. You get the picture. She's just was a very, very highly sought out, talented individual because of not only her performing abilities but also her writing abilities as well. Now, I always enjoyed listening to Joni Mitchell for the most part. Here we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. Now we're ready. First pass, everybody. And already the mirror is fogging. It's that time of the year where we're transitioning between cold and hot, and so the mirror just fogs. Here we go. I always enjoyed listening to her because of her unique style of playing both the guitar. She also plays piano and dulcimer, but I like her guitar playing. It's an open tuning, And she plays in such a way that it's not complicated, it's not fancy, but the guitar is telling you, hey, I'm some filler music, and I'm needed, but I'm pointing you to the story that's about to be told. I know that that kind of sounds like that's the way it should be, but you know, a lot of bands, the guitar kind of overshadows the singer or the lyrics or the story sometimes, or maybe it's its own story if it's supposed to be. But with Joni Mitchell, it's very intentional about the role of the instrument. It's there to complement, and it does it well. One thing I do like about my best quality over the Bismarck is it's very audible. You get a nice sounding of the shave. And let's get back to Joni Mitchell. Her lyrics are always brilliant, always has a story to tell, always talking about something political or current event or something. There's a message there in her songs. The song I'm featuring today is entitled Sex Kills, and it comes from her 1994 album, Turbulent Indigo. Pretty interesting album cover is it kind of features her in a Van Gogh self-portrait style painting, only it's her own self-portrait. So it's an interesting album cover. And it features, the song talks about a lot of the things that were going on, issues that were going on in that time frame in the 90s. You know, many of these issues we're still dealing with today. You know, there's kids with guns. There's I'm trying to think of the lyrics. I didn't write them down, but kids with guns. There's global warming issues. There's political corruption. There's abuse, sex scandals, the AIDS epidemic was going on about that time. So if you listen to the words, you really see how they're, at least in my opinion, it has an underlying message of, you know, people can be drawn in or lulled or swayed into apathy as long as the message that the people, the entity, whether that be commercialism, consumerism, political, whatever it is, if the message is done in such a fashion that's effective, it can sway the people to ignore the problems or look the other way or not deal with them, whatever you want. And it's something, again, that when you really stop and think about it, is still happening today. I mean, the lyrics could be just as freshly written today, some 25 years later, as they were back in 1994 when this album was released. So the particular version of the song that I'm going to play today is a live version. Now, I first heard this song when she was promoting the album, and I came home one night working a later shift, second shift or second and a half shift, whatever it was. I came home, and back when the David Letterman show was on, and back in the 90s, 94, 95 is when I first heard this, and she was a featured guest on his show, and she played this song, and it just blew me away. And it was just her and the guitar. There were no other instruments, you know, just her. And it was a great, great tune. Well, I'm going to play another live version today, but it's not the David Letterman version. This is one where she is in Japan, and there's a lot of other instruments in there. I think the lead guitar, or the guitar she has playing lead apart from herself adds some punch to the song that I really like. So this is from her 1994 Turbulent Indigo album. This is Joni Mitchell performing live in Japan with Sex Kills. I hope you enjoy it.
Pulled up behind a Cadillac, we were waiting for the light. I took a look at his license plate. It said just ice. It's just ice. Just greeting us, just the strong doing what they can, and the weak suffering what they must. And the gas leaks, and the oil spill, and sex sells everything, and sex kills. Robespierre slaughtered half a brand, and Indian chiefs with their own elites. They know their balance is undone. Crazy eyes, you could feel it out in traffic. Everyone hates everyone, and the gas leaks, and the oil spills. Sex sells everything, and sex kills. Oh, sex kills. All these jackoffs at the office, they're interested in the poor. Tragedies in the nurseries, little kids packing guns to school. The observator goes on, these tumors of the skin, a hostile sun beating down on the massive mess we're in, and the gas leaks, and the oil. Sex sells everything, and sex kills. Oh, sex kills. Sex kills. Sex kills.
Perfect timing. I hope you can hear some of the lyrics. You know, she definitely has a different way of looking at things. You know, the opening line of pulled up behind a Cadillac, looked at his license plates and it read just ice. She's actually seeing the word justice, but she's saying, is justice just Ice. I love the way she looks at things. Great tune. Hope you liked it. Let's finish off now. First time you don't see me clean the razor and everything. Kind of had, instead of a marathon long song today, it was short and to the point. Again, using the old Proraso red. Got a really good shave with it today. Now, I'm going to finish off with the Art of Shaving Sandalwood. It's a balm. So we'll spray a little bit into the fingers there. Kind of a creamy balm. And rub it in and on it goes. Nice, refreshing feel to a nice shave. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you will go out and maybe, if you haven't heard any Joni Mitchell for a while, go out and rediscover her throughout the decades. I mean, her style changes, her voice changes throughout the decades as well. Could have something to do with the cigarette smoking, who knows. But always a pleasure listening. And just enjoy music in general. So I think that's going to do it for me today. Wow. Coming in a little early, but that's all right. We do what we do when we do it. So like the show if you enjoyed what you heard today, and leave comments if you would. Always enjoy hearing from anyone and everyone. If you have an artist or a song that you would like me to take a listen to and maybe feature, go ahead and leave that in the comments section as well. I'll check it out. And subscribe to the channel, hit the alarm bell so you're notified when we have new shows coming out. And as always, spread the word. You know, take to social media, tell your friends, whatever. You know, say, hey, there's this really weird, dumb thing that I see once a week where this guy stands in front of a camera and shaves while playing music. You know, that's a great way to sell it, I think. Because that's essentially what the show is. But we have fun with it, and we play some good stuff. So tell others about it. Let them know what we're doing here. And I think that's it. I guess until next time, my friends, live life, enjoy music, and as always, happy shaving.